Leader of the UKIP Group, Gareth Bennett.
First Minister, April is the month where we often experience a rise in grass fires. The vast majority of grass fires in Wales are unfortunately started deliberately. Can you outline what the Welsh Government is doing to educate people about the dangers of starting grass fires?
Thank the member for that question. It's timely in the sense that as we go into the Easter period, we know that that is often a moment when grass fire numbers go up. There has been very significant success by our fire service in Wales in this aspect of what they do, as well as in many other aspects, to take preventative measures, to find ways of better protecting those areas so that fires don't get started in the first place. We have employed some experimental work using behavioural science methods to find a way of communicating with those people who we know are most likely to be involved in setting fires in these circumstances, and to expose them to some of the risks that that exposes to others, and to try to influence their behaviour in that way. So our primary method is by working closely with the fire service and using the success that they have had, but also to find other ways in which we can have access to and influence those groups who are most likely to be involved in activity of this sort.
Well, I thank you for that answer, and I think that that is a good approach, and I look forward to more information on that from the government as and when you have it. Now, most of these fires by their nature tend to occur in rural areas or above valleys communities. Most of the firefighters involved are therefore retained fire officers, meaning that they are people who have other jobs as well. 2 years ago, we did have a crisis of a sort with the number of retained firefighters in Wales at an all-time low. What more can the Welsh Government do to support retained firefighters and the companies who employ them?
Well, first of all, Llywydd, can I pay tribute to the work of retained firefighters in all parts of Wales. They provide an essential service. They do so in the way that Gareth Bennett has said, often as part of other work that they do. We want to emphasise to those employers the public service that those people provide, and to try to persuade them to make their contribution as well in making it easy for people to be employed in those circumstances, to be released in those emergencies when their services are needed, and to think of that as a contribution that they as employers make, and that's both public sector employers but private employers as well, to regard that as part of their corporate social responsibility as it's usually described. More generally, as the member will know, the fact that there are fewer fires in Wales, that the fire service has succeeded to the extent that it has in preventing problems from arising, inevitably produces some challenges to retaining the workforce that have been there in the past when their primary task is in decline. What we have wanted to do in Wales is to find other ways in which we can deploy the talents and the skills of those people, particularly looking for ways in which they can assist other emergency services and the health service in particular.
Again, yes, there's much in that answer that I would welcome. Now, grass fires obviously are a menace. They can destroy habitat, they kill livestock, and they even threaten properties and businesses. Now, First Minister, you did mention the educational side in an earlier answer, which I welcome, as I say. Is there a need for a cross-cutting strategy going across the various ministerial portfolios in order to deal with this problem?
I'm perfectly happy to think about that, but I think actually this is one of the areas where, pardon me, the success that we have seen suggests that working is already being successfully undertaken. I know that the way that local authorities, as well as education interests, work with the fire service and other emergency services has been at the heart of the way in which we have approached trying to deal with grass fires, but other examples of antisocial behaviour involving arson has been conducted in Wales. And I think, Llywydd, it is a testament to the way in which authorities already work across boundaries and with the Welsh Government that we've seen the success that we have.